Okay, so this is Tuesday's video, and we are going to just do some review of combining like terms, but also add in the solving two-step equations that we did last week. So for the directions here, it just says solve for x in each equation. So now it's going to be an equation. Our first step here is to combine like terms, and then we're going to use the inverse operations to get the variable by itself. So make sure we show all our work. So this example problem up here, remember our first step is to combine like terms. So they combined the 3x and the negative x, which is kind of like a negative 1x. So when you take 3 plus negative 1, you end up with 2. Please use your calculators when you're adding and subtracting negative numbers. We didn't use the 12, so they dropped it down. And now you have a two-step equation. Remember, with the two-step equation, almost all cases you get rid of addition or subtraction first. So they subtracted 12 from both sides. They did the opposite, minus 12, minus 12. That canceled, and they brought down the 2x, and then they were left with 48 minus 12, which is 36. We have a one-step equation now, so our last step would be to get rid of division or multiplication. So they divided both sides by 2, and their solution was 18. So you can go ahead and look through that example again. I'm going to do a couple with you here, and then your job will be to finish the front and back of this sheet for review. So I'm going to put my line in because that's what I like to do first. And combining like terms, since this problem is going to be combining like terms, I have to look for what's alike. So I have a 5x and I have a negative 2x. Remember, you always circle the sign that's in front of the number so you know whether or not you're going to be adding positives and negatives. Combine means to add. So I have a 5 plus negative 2, or I could just say 5 minus 2. Either way, make sure to use your calculator to check yourself. So the 5 plus negative 2 gives me 3x. I'm left with this plus 10. I didn't do anything, so I drop it down. I drop down my equal sign and the 40. So now I'm left with just a two-step equation. Again, the first step, we would look to get rid of addition or subtraction, the number by itself. So I'm going to get rid of this by doing the opposite. Minus 10, minus 10. That cancels. I bring down my 3x. I didn't use it yet. Equals, and then 40 minus 10. That would give us 30. My last step would be to undo any multiplication or division. This reads 3 times x. So to get rid of 3 times, I divide by 3. This fraction bar means divide. I divide by 3, and x then equals 10. I'm going to walk us through one more. So number 2, again, this is combining like terms and solving equations. So that's, we're going to look to combine first. I'm still drawing my line in, but I'm going to find anything that's alike. There's a 6x, and I see there's another x term it can go with. Now remember, you circle the sign in front of the number. So 6 plus negative 2. So you could do 6 plus negative 2, or you can do 6 minus 2. It's the same thing, but please use your calculator. It's not 8. You have to be very precise with this. So 6 plus negative 2 gives me a positive 4x. I didn't do anything with this 10, so I bring it down. I bring down my equal sign, and I bring down this 42 on the other side. Again, I'm going to walk you through the steps. A two-step equation, we get rid of addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to get rid of this plus 10 by subtracting 10 on both sides. That cancels. I'm left with 4x, or 4 times x, equals. And then 42 minus 10 is 32. I used my calculator to double check it. Now my last step for a two-step equation is to look to get rid of multiplication or division. This says 4 times x. So I have to get rid of 4 times. So I divide both sides by 4. It cancels, and I'm left with x. Oops, slow down. X equals 8. So this is kind of a review. We're putting everything together. So for Tuesday today, you are going to finish the rest of these problems. If you need to go back and watch me do the examples, please do so. We combine like terms first, and then we do the two-step equation, which is getting rid of addition or subtraction first, and then last, multiplication or division. So at this time, your assignment will be due the next time I see you. If you're sending a picture in, please either attach it or you can just send it to my email.